Hi, Hyrst here. In today's video I want to share some thoughts with you about an interesting topic. To make this video I was inspired by a Reddit topic. I haven't seen anyone before on YouTube who would say something about this. Today's topic will be things that in my and others' opinion should be added to Albion Online. I have asked Albion Online community and other content creators about their ideas. I think answers will be pretty interesting. At first, I want to start with my own ideas about what is missing in Albion Online. The first thing, weather. Just imagine the impact on the game that weather would make. With the weather possibilities are endless. Weather for sure would bring new atmosphere to the game. Weather could maybe impact the fights in the zone, the gathering and so on. Just imagine fighting for the territory in the rain or chill gathering in full sun. Weather could bring maybe some new mechanics, like while raining the fiber would grow back faster or something. As I said earlier, the possibilities with this new mechanic would be for sure insane. Second idea, player contracts. This idea would improve in-game economy as hell. I will tell you how I imagine the player contracts idea. Let's say there would be a tab in every market in Albion Online where every player would be able to set a contract for some items. Let's say that player A plays a lot of ZVZ, so he needs a lot of sets for this activity. So he would set a contract for 20 permafrost sets or even 20 permafrosts. Contract would be on the market in the player contracts tab, where all the other players would see this. Here comes the player B. He sees the contract, he have the items that player A needs, or he have the materials, high specs and enough focus to craft this. So he picks up the contracts and sell the items to player A. By doing that, crafter's life would be a lot easier. When any crafter would see a contract for example 10 8.3 sets, he wouldn't need to wait for all the items to sell. All of the crafted items would sell immediately. I know that now you might think, but hey, there are buy orders already in the game. But the advantage of player contracts would be, for example, possibility of negotiating the price between the players. When you set any buy orders, you don't have any contact with other market users. And another great thing is that players would be able to set contracts for anything they want. Third thing, setting that would disappear other players in safe zones. I will tell you why this setting would be great. You don't need other players in the safe zones every time, so this setting would be great. Some players are struggling with the FPS in the zones where there are many players. It would work like the same as when the zone is overcrowded and all the players disappear. Wouldn't it be great? Another idea, silver looting. I feel like looting every silver that lays on the ground is not needed. Instead of that, it would work like the same as fame collecting. When any player would kill any mob, he would instantly get the silver directly to his silver balance without the need of picking it up from the ground. It would improve the farming a lot. I have seen that some players are even too lazy to pick the silver from the ground while they are farming, because they're like, it's so little that it's not even worth clicking on it. And that's a mistake, because as they say, in for a penny, in for a pound. Now let's have a look at some community ideas. Setsu says, have the ability to not have a chance of masterpiece or excellent when crafting for black market. More inventory slots. I feel like this idea would make playing Albion Online a lot easier. And I'm a bit afraid if it wouldn't make Albion Online too easy, because look, when you are looting anybody's, sometimes you don't have more space in your inventory, so you have to trash less expensive items to get another ones the more expensive. With more inventory slots, it wouldn't be a problem no more. Another situation, sometimes when you get golden chest in any dungeon, there is so much loot that you can't get all of the items from the chest to your inventory, because there is simply no more space for that. So more inventory space would be a massive facilitation. Another thing, transporting things. Moneymakers will be able to transport more items from town to town, so that means they would profit more, but also market would receive more items than usual. So as you see, adding more inventory slots would massively impact the game. Another idea are teleport and pets. Those are very interesting ideas because with teleport, roaming through open world would be changed a lot. When it comes to the pets, I'm not sure if pets would fit in the Albion Online mood. It would be pretty interesting in some ZVZ fights when every player would have his own pet. It would just look hilarious. This list is pretty long and it would take too long to read it all, so I will just quickly discuss all the points here. The first thing, CC healer meta in Hellgates. I used to play a lot of Hellgates and I know this can be annoying, but 15 seconds immunity I think would be too long. Another idea, sorting by value. This idea is amazing. I think it would make Albion Online easier a lot. Another thing, solo rating static dungeons. Man got a point here. I think it should work similar to group dungeons, where you need to clear full dungeon to open the final boss chest. Another thing, labors. Oh boy, he's so right here. At the moment, it's a lot harder to profit from labors because of the change of journals. Now you need a lot more fame to fill the journals with fame, and that means it's way harder to get the full journal. Another idea about ganking in red zone. I think that's just Albion and nobody will change this. Another thing mentioned in this comment, state of solo player content. I was thinking about this a little and I think he's right. SBI should add more of solo players content. The game would benefit a lot with changes like this, and imagine static dungeons for solo players in some red or black zones. And the last idea, fishing. I'm not a fisherman, but buffing fishing I think would be a great idea. Now let's move on to some other content creators' ideas. And Mogdone says, I would love to see a player bounty hunting system. It would be great to have combat dummies, unkillable objects that you can just practice your combos on. It would be awesome if you could see players like NPCs roaming around the yellow zone trying to gank or just roam around gathering low tier resources. This would really help newer players learn the basics of PvP, as those NPCs would be much easier to kill and would still show some more resistance compared to mobs. I would really love to see a build manager in-game. This is Lazy Peon's idea. Like the same way we check, let's say, the leaderboard, we could have a tab full of player-made builds that we can try by just copying the loadout. Dice, I honestly feel like Albion could benefit a ton from adding dice and enabling players to customize their gear, mounts, skins more. Now Rusty's ideas. One thing I would like to see is like a battle royale mode. Get dropped into a map and have to find chests with items and make a build from what you find. Not an original concept, but I think that could be really cool for Albion. Even though I like the concept, I'm against SBI adding more and more instanced content, so I'm kind of split on the idea though. That's all in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have got any interesting ideas about the topic that we were talking about today, just let others know in the comments. Also, you can let me know in the comments what do you think about a video like that. That's all from me today. See you in the next one. Bye.